Damn! Five sound! Fire 3!
They say I'm the best in here. Picture your wife fucking your twin. I'm like him. May the best man win. So later for you bums. A ways back I made a pact to stay.
Hello guys, today is Moose9045 here doing a review on MG42. I'm glad I was able to get this review out today. It was a big goal of mine. I was planning to do it the original day it was released. Cameras kept crashing, and yeah, it's GP machine gun, my first GP review and my first machine gun review. And look at me just spraying down these people. But yeah, it was released in a recent patch. It's not really that great. It's Second Lieutenant 3 unlock, and I'll give you why it's not good at all a bit later. In general, machine guns in this game are just not that effective. They get very bad spread, and spread, believe it or not, matters a lot, especially considering you can't mount a scope on them, and that makes them pretty much useful for medium range, like in a lot of games where you can use iron sights. So yeah, let's get on to a review. The MG42 is actually the oldest automatic weapon in the game, 1942. So yeah, damage is 42, which is actually not that bad in general, but it's actually quite bad for a machine gun when you consider most machine guns are about 45 damage plus, or 41 damage, sorry, it's 41 damage, so it's quite weak. It's a 4-shot kill up close, and God knows how many shots medium range, because machine guns also have a heavy damage drop off, and this is 1 point higher than K3's damage, but it still doesn't really make that much of a difference considering how bad it is compared to K3. Alright, the damage, like I just said, is weak. Portability is also just moderate. It's average, I guess. It's not low like the M60, but it's not high like the M21 or the MG36. It's actually a bit heavier than the K3. It does have a very nice draw time and reload speed, however. It really, it's nice considering most machine guns have a reload speed of actually more than a sniper rifle, so it takes a very long time to reload most machine guns. Which you really shouldn't have to. I mean, yeah. 100 round belt, which equals 200 rounds. For those you can't do math. So you really should not be going through all that within one life. So yeah, the portability is mediocre. The rate of fire is only sort of redeeming point on this gun is 82, which is actually the P90, which means it has about the same time to kill as a P90, which is actually pretty bad. Because most machine guns actually are known for their quick time to kill. It needs a buff considering it's so expensive and unlocked at such a high rank. But yeah, the rate of fire is just very fast for a machine gun. Got a nice fantastic here. When you got your finger on the trigger of a machine gun, once it starts firing and once it starts going full auto, do not let up. You don't actually want to try to maintain any semblance of control over machine guns, because they've got very bad top fire rates, and they're actually not really meant to be controlled. So yeah, accuracy is horrid for in general, and I think it's pretty bad for a machine gun too. It's 57 if I'm not mistaken. So that's really bad accuracy in general. There's a lot more. Most of the pistols are more accurate than this machine gun, actually, if you didn't know. Sort of skip through some of the scenes right here because I was sort of running around not really finding any kills. But yeah. Anyway, the accuracy in general is just horrible. You don't even want to try to snipe people with this machine gun. You really shouldn't try to snipe anyone with any machine gun though. And so yeah, it's horrible in general. Just deny that spec of unbelievable. Yeah, but and lastly, the recoil is 74, which is Actually, a lot worse than K3. It's way worse than the K3. Actually, not a lot worse. It's way worse. The recoil just gets out of hand so quickly that you have no other choice but to keep spraying. As guns is spread, machine guns as opposed to assault rifles are bad. Spread already, but you should just keep going full all the way on spread like an assault rifle, which means basically machine guns are basically designed to camp. So you really should be camping with machine gun. In OMA, you should not be running around with it like I did. I mean, I got a relatively decent score, 42 and 19, sorry, and ended up getting second place because I was bunny hopping like a madman. And this gun's a lotto machine. Yeah, it's just good for lotto headshots, but doodle actually not good for aim headshots. The spread is also horrid. Spread on machine guns are bad anyway, so I guess it's not horrible, but it's just horrible in general. It's okay for machine gun, actually pretty good for machine gun, I suppose. But yep, the spray is actually really tight. The machine guns actually don't spread a lot when you go full auto with them. So yeah, that's something you don't have to worry about. I think that pretty much wraps it up. My rating on this gun is about a 4.5 out of 10. Really not really a great machine gun. For any purpose, you should not really be getting this over a K3. I wouldn't see why, unless you like the quick reload. But even that's not worth it. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the review, and Terra GSC review coming up.